We loading, we getting this going, aren't we? Are we back in it?
We're back in it.
Back in it, getting crack in it. Like
this
the
is
80s.
This is more you though, with the exception near the end.
I know.
Yeah.
So, I don't actually have a question for the day. See, okay.
My question of the day became my rant.
Right.
So,
okay, so
should we start?
Hi guys. It's my episode, I guess. I'm supposed to be prepared.
Oh, should I start it and then
back up?
Okay. Okay.
Back up. Thank you.
Right.
So, what? Please don't please, don't interrupt. Thank you. But welcome back to another episode of the recap, and I just have to be vulnerable and say I'm not as prepared as I'm not as prepared. You know, I did prepare some last minute things for this piece today. So welcome. I don't know what I was gonna say now. Let me just open up some things. But Manny, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say that I was not prepared in the last episode.
Right.
I think life just took over me.
Yeah.
And
as she does.
And
takes over.
Okay.
It was appropriate for the moment.
It was for the time.
2010, David Guetta. What? Don't play with it. And fucking yeah, right. The EDM era. What? Don't play with it.
All right.
Who else? Kelly Rowland. Sorry.
Kelly Rowland. Yeah.
My black queen. Oh, Bashata. Thank you.
Yeah,
all right.
Go on. Yeah. So welcome back to Manny TV, guys.
Welcome back, guys.
This is the recap. We talk too much.
On Manny TV.
AJ is taking over, guys.
There we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. So I just trying to remember the crinkum-crankums of
okay.
These things.
Do you need this?
Let me have
I
look at
episode 4.
Episode 4.
I don't know if that ended that.
All right.
Sense. Yeah. Somebody was making notes, people.
Progress.
Somebody was making notes.
Progress or regress. Our wishes for 2025. So in this episode, we're going to be covering, whether or not we feel like, we've progressed in the last couple of months. Yeah. 2024, 2025, sorry. Yeah, I'm even in the last year.
You're living in the past, bro.
And what, how much progress we've made in the year so far, and what we're projecting forward for 2025. So, Manny, just asking you now, just throwing it on to you. For 2025, where we are right now, since January, what would you say? Would you say that you've made progress, or would you say that you regress? What would you say? And if you, be honest. Talk to the people.
How do I say everything without saying everything?
You should have thought about that before.
No, it's because obviously, like, the last time... Huh?
Real niggas move in silence.
The last time we filmed,
right,
it was great. I was actually feeling really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just graduated.
Mm-hmm. Congrats again.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing good in my career. Everything was great.
Mm-hmm.
And there was going to be some changes, which I'm not actually going to talk about because it's hella emotional.
Right. Just don't want to start crying on the pod. Don't want to start crying. Yeah, I will not comfort you if you start crying.
Yeah. But changes. Life is unexpected because I was going to have this great thing.
Right.
And I worked so hard for it. And in a second, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in a second, it was just taken away from me.
Right.
For something that's not even my fault.
Mm-hmm.
So that hit me really hard. And I remember it was actually on Valentine's Day. I found that out. Not that
the day of
any significance to me, but obviously to my girlfriend, I didn't want her to, like, remember our Valentine's Day
That's like about that. You
about
didn't want to make it all about you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had that.
Yeah. And so I remember being at work, and obviously in the morning I had something I had gauged that I was going to lose it.
Mm-hmm.
And so as the day went and there was like more confirmation, I just remember being like, and I just remember just crying. And I think, and now that I look back, I think it was very much, I was crying out of stress because it was like, I'd worked so hard for it, for it just to be taken away. It was like, come on, give me a break.
Right.
You get what I mean?
I get that. That's real.
And I remember just being like, but that was the only day. After that day, it was done.
Right.
After that day, I was like,
and if it wasn't, it's okay, you know.
Yeah, if it wasn't, it's okay.
You know,
but after
it's okay
that,
for men to cry. No, but it's. I just want you to know it's a safe space.
Yes, it is.
You know, it's a safe space for that. Yeah. This guy.
But yeah, after that day, it was done because for me, I'm like, okay, there's a reason for everything,
right?
And I'm assuming, and I know it's for the greater good. I'm gonna look back and know that didn't happen for me because of another reason. Do you get what I mean?
Right.
So, yeah, and I think the trickier part is, because I think so many people be embarrassed, because the trickier part is so many, like you knew when we're filming the last 2 episodes,
right,
that was going to happen for me, or that had happened for me.
You were so excited.
I was so excited.
Yeah.
And then it was then having to give you the phone call to be like, it's not happening anymore. Yeah. And I was like, huh. And I remember Innocent, I remember telling Innocent, maybe shortly after my girlfriend. And he was so happy. He was like, what? Like, in terms of getting it.
Yeah.
And then I remember having to call him back to be like, well, it's not happening. And his mum was so happy. His mum was so happy for me. I was like, oh, she has to see me.
Yeah.
And then for me to have to call him to be like,
it's not happening anymore.
It's not happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one stood out to me a lot. So, yeah, it was a tricky one. So now at the moment I'm in the crossroads, but I think in terms of my plan for this year and what there's been progress, I feel like there has been progress, but I feel like the progress within the last month has been me mentally and emotionally. Do you get what I mean? I feel like I was able to manage that. I know I'm in a good place mentally because I was able to manage this situation so well. Granted, I've been through stuff in my life, but I was able to manage this really well. So I think there's been progress. Regress, I don't think, I would say regress in terms of what the initial plan was, but I think regress or a rerouting. So I think it's rerouted to my actual purpose.
Right.
What that is, don't know yet.
Yeah, we're going to figure that out.
Soon come.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I just have to say that, you know, even though things didn't work out for you in that way, you never know. What do they say? Rejection is divine protection. So it's like sometimes you have to take a different road, or the longer way to get to the same place. Yeah. Or you never know. You never know what that could have been in a negative way for you.
Yeah.
It's not a good thing. Some things, you know, things aren't inherently good or bad. You know, thinking makes it so. Shakespeare.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
I think.
I've never read
Aristotle?
Shakespeare. Sorry.
Plato? Socrates?
AJ.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Go you. You know, for keep on carrying on and just, you know, regardless of everything.
Yeah. How about you? Progress or regress?
Ooh, let's take a minute. I'd say it's definitely been. Let me analyze this for a second, huh? Because off rip, I want to say it's progress.
Okay.
But I want to see if there's any regress. I want to see if there's any regresses. Because sometimes I think you need to, you know, sometimes you need a retrograde. You need to go a little bit backwards before you go forward.
Yeah.
And so I feel like in some ways, you know, from January, like, you know, I mentioned that, I lost my job. January, I mentioned that already. And then, so I guess that was like a regress in some ways because I was super excited, to get that opportunity, and it worked out. But when I really think about it, it wasn't making any sense for what I wanted to be doing. I mean, money was making sense, but like the hours were just a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
The mix of days and nights was just a little bit, it just didn't make any sense. So there was regress in that, at the beginning of the year, in those terms. But since then, I've reoriented myself to, like I was saying in the last episode, about like being focused on systems.
Okay.
Because ultimately systems are everything. It doesn't matter what your goals are if you don't have the systems to support what you're going to be doing. Like, say, if you want to, have a certain body type, or if you want to have be healthy, or if you want to, like, I don't know, I'm just thinking of random goals here now.
Yeah.
If you want those, but you're not going to the gym, you're not making sure that you set an alarm to wake up on time, you're not making sure that you go to bed on time, you're not eating the right kinds of foods. And if you're struggling with that, you're not making sure that you're getting the things in place, in the right places, to sort of support that. Goals don't just happen in a vacuum. You don't just achieve something without like having things in the right place.
Yeah.
So like, shout out to Radiohead for their song "Everything in Their Right Place," because this one will even say, or even like I play that song over and over and over and over and over again, because I just think it. I don't know. It feels like, and this is gonna sound so weird, but it just feels like when I have that song playing and I'm just doing my work, that the pieces on the chessboard are just moving. And like the like, I can sort of visualize like the top of the pyramid, the caps of the pyramid sort of like levitating and like coming. I sound weird. I sound weird.
Yeah, you do. You definitely do sound
I sound
weird.
like anyway, but that's beside the point. I just feel like it's important to wrap up what I'm saying, to have systems in place, and I've been really, really focused on systems.
Go on.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say, can I ask you what your goal was for 2025? No. I can't remember.
I would like to show you what my goals are for 2025. Okay. I just think I've been the kind of person that talks a lot. We talk too much, But I just feel like it's just a matter of like, let
now,
it be seen.
I'm actually going to draw you out, because I seem to just be on a pattern of drawing you out. Where is your content, sir?
Right.
Where's your content?
Everything.
Brother. Where's his content? We don't know where his content is. AJ's brother is here. Where's his content? We don't know where your content is. Can we connect, sir? Where's your content? Let me do it in a different accent. Where is it, sir?
It's coming.
It's been coming though.
I know.
Wait. Yeah.
We don't need to get into the weeds. We don't need to get into the pain right now. I will not be pressured. I will not be bullied.
But you will.
I will not be pressured, and I will not be bullied.
But you will.
I will not be. Thank you. I know you want to know. I know the people want to know.
Because you start. Okay, but so on a level, you started off really well.
I did, but the reason why it wasn't able to sustain, because the systems weren't in place.
What systems?
Don't worry about that. Y'all are in my business. I know we're talking too much, but y'all in my business. Can y'all get out my back? Y'all in my coochie. Like,
wait, whoa.
Can y'all like take a step back?
Okay, but like we actually want to know though.
Sorry?
But we actually want to know.
I know.
Because you can't tease us with.
Let me be honest. I just feel like with Can We Connect, it's definitely something that I want to be intentional.
Okay.
It's not something that I want to just be out there doing my thing. So I just want to put a lot of thought and time into, as much as like, all I can say is right now I'm taking action. Like towards things. And I don't want to say what stage I am or I'm not at, but all I can say is every day I'm taking action towards Can We Connect in one way or the other.
Every day I'm shuffling.
Exactly. And I just have to give myself like, focusing on the progress that I've been making and appreciating myself in this month for the progress I've been making. I have really been doing a lot of things. I've been doing a lot of things.
Okay.
Just in my personal life, that's helping to facilitate things for Can We Connect. Like, I've been trying to get my energy levels right.
Okay.
I'm eating right again. Like,
you did get sick.
I didn't even mention that. That's even another regress.
Yeah.
Like, I got a parasite back in January, and
oh my God, it was January.
It was January. It was the end of January. It was January 26th.
Yeah.
The diarrhea, the guts.
Whoa.
Released the floodgates opened, and they didn't shut for like another 2 weeks.
How did your brother support you?
Yeah, actually, he got me coconut water. Shout out to you. You know, because coconut water did help to sort of like keep me, because it was hard for me to drink. I was drinking water. Sorry, aloe vera and coconut water. No, I got myself coconut water. You got me aloe vera. Anyway, but like, yeah, thank you. Yeah,
I was really concerned.
I was sorry.
Wait, pardon?
He said he also had flu or something like that. I mean, I couldn't eat. I couldn't. What was I gonna eat? Like, I was shitting it all out. Like, no, I couldn't eat. Like, what was I supposed to do? No, what am I supposed to? Anyway.
Too funny. But I genuinely, because when I don't know how you told me, maybe you just texted me and said it, because I was just like, and you were like, oh, you're not feeling well. I mean, part of me was like, is this AJ?
You thought I was just making excuses? Just flaming up
till
stories.
I spoke to you. And I was like, because I think it was close to the release, and you had just recently told me you watched it, and you were like, oh, it was so long. But then I was like, he's not feeling.
Was I ill that day? I think I was also ill that day.
That day, yeah.
I was also ill
so
that day.
So then I was like, okay, this it might be, you know.
Yeah, you thought I was flaking out.
But then when I spoke to you on the phone, I was like, no, you actually sound like hell on wheels. And I was like, actually, you were in an Uber when I spoke to you.
Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, it's coming
and I think maybe you were clenching, so you didn't like poo on yourself.
I don't think it was that deep. I don't think it was that deep.
But I think what you had said is that you had used the toilet, so you wanted to quickly get the Uber to get home.
No, basically what happened was I was so unwell. Like, I don't know how I cycled to work that morning because I hadn't left. Am I mixing it? No. Basically, I'm mixing the timeline. The timeline's getting muddled up. The day I got sick, I was actually at work. I think it was a Sunday.
You were at work.
I was at work when it all started to happen, and I felt really, really weak all of a sudden, and I think I used the toilet maybe 4 or 5 times that day, and I was like, "There's no way I'm cycling home today." I had to because usually I use Limes to get to work. It doesn't take me very long, but I was like, I'm gonna jump in the Uber and we're gonna go home because I don't feel well. So I think I called you or you called me or we spoke in the Uber, and I was just like,
sounded terrible.
I was not in a good place, and I was not in. I think I only started to feel good maybe 13 days. Like 12,
later because
later.
I was checking up on you maybe every other day.
I was eating 2 slices of toast with an apple a day for like a couple of days. Pardon?
I'd be ordering Chinese.
Man, I try. You know what? I tried to get a sushi or tried to get
sushi.
I mean,
well, you didn't help your damn self.
What did I try? No, wait. After like a week of like not eating anything, but sushi was like rice and like.
I can understand you getting some African food.
What is sushi? Let's break it down.
Fish.
Not all sushi is fish. It's fish. Not all sushi is fish.
It's fish.
Let us know.
It is fish though.
I'm not doing this with you. Anyway, I had a variety of different things in my sushi order. Thank you. And it was really rubbish anyway. I don't know if it's because I was sick. No, actually, I think it was just rubbish order. And
did you get from Yo Sushi?
And I don't even know which. It was just some local sushi place. And I couldn't finish it because I was like, okay, there's rice on it. You know, there's a little bit of cucumber
and fish.
And maybe a little bit of avocado. There was some fish, but I was like, whatever. I couldn't really finish it. And then...
I'm not surprised.
What else did I try to eat?
I remember calling Innocent being like,
check on your friend.
Check on your friend. Because...
What was I eating?
I was really concerned though. You should be happy because I don't get concerned for many people. I was really oh my God.
I've been living in people's brains. I mean,
rent free as well.
I mean, of course.
Rent free as well.
Of course.
He flaked out on gymnastics as well.
I mean, why did I do that? What happened that day?
No, to be fair, you said you were exhausted.
I think I was tired.
And you were, I think you were doing or something like that. Am I supposed to say that on camera? I don't know.
not really. No, actually,
Sorry.
that's not you. We're gonna cut that out.
We
Editor, make sure you cut that out.
Are we though?
Yeah, you can keep in the part that we said that we're gonna not cut it out. I mean, the part that I said we're gonna cut it out, but
What's that?
we're gonna bleep out what you just said. Bleep it out.
He was on his computer doing paperwork.
Even that is too suggestive. We're gonna
you were doing paperwork.
we're gonna bleep that out too. Thank you.
You were doing paperwork. You could just be typing a paragraph.
We're gonna bleep it all out
about why you want a job.
Bleep. Okay. Thank you. I don't need these people on the internet in my business. I know we talk too much.
Excuse me, AJ. Wait. Let's put that. Let's pause that. You literally told the viewers you got fired from your job. So me saying you did a job application isn't far-fetched.
I never said that. And first of all, for the record, we will be taking that video down. We will be taking that video down. We will be taking that video.
So it's not far-fetched that you'll be.
Well, yeah, I was whatever, fine. But we're gonna bleep all that shit out. Thank you, editor. Thank you. I don't want to hear anything about jobs. Even the thing I just said, you need to be bleeping it out. Thank you. Or mute it. We don't do bleeps. We mute.
Jobs.
Thank you.
Okay. Right. So what's next on the oh Lord.
Open
this
it
is
up.
What happens when you're not prepared, sir?
Vibes. My vibes is the preparation.
So I've asked you, what's your question of the day or global thoughts? What's happening in the world today?
Something that I saw very briefly on the train here is that Keir Starmer, our Prime Minister, our Labour government, oh my God, it's real because a lot of people don't know what's going on. Do you know who Keir Starmer is? He's not listening. He's got his headphones on. Bloody
brother.
Mother, do you know who Keir Starmer is? Okay.
I don't know. No, can I just keep it real quickly?
Right.
I don't believe in politics. I don't really know anything.
Keir Starmer.
Kiki Palmer.
Not Kiki Palmer. I said, which government? Which party?
Of the UK. Labour. Am I right?
It is Labour, but anyway, I was trying to Anyway, it's giving conservative because apparently, and I haven't fact-checked this because I wasn't prepared, the government is going to is scrapping the NHS or something like that. Let me open up the internet. Yesterday.
Scrapping the NHS.
Okay, I'm going to, hold on. NHS. I don't have Wi-Fi.
Wait.
1 second.
Use your phone. It's next to you, sir.
Don't you dare embarrass me like that. Don't you dare embarrass me like that. Thousands to lose jobs as Starmer scraps NHS England to cut bureaucracy. This is BBC News. Thousands of jobs to be cut. Keir Starmer announces NHS England will be abolished to cut bureaucracy and to bring management of the healthcare service back into democratic control. Speaking in Hull, the Prime Minister says the state is overstretched and unfocused. I should have prepared. This seems very important. And you guys should definitely do your research and be searching for your own information. But I don't know. I don't want to come out here and spread misinformation. But what I would like to say is, what do you guys think about if the NHS was to go? What would happen?
What would happen to me? Because if I got hit by a car, God forbid, where would I go? Would I have to pay?
I think they're trying to make this place like America. That's exactly what. See, you've already beat me to it. I think they're aiming to make things privatized. You have to pay for things, or maybe I'm sounding like an idiot, but I don't know. I just feel like they're going towards, because I think over the years they've been making the NHS shittier and shittier and shittier.
Yeah.
And
just have a reason to get rid.
Just so everybody gets fed up with it, and then all of a sudden we're going to privatize things. But I'm just like the price of eggs. I don't have the money to be paying for my extra health. Please. Haven't you taken enough?
But you know what? I do feel like us as British people are really spoiled because we have free healthcare.
I mean, we pay for this stuff.
Technically, yeah, but then wait.
For it.
How does it work? So then, how does it work then? Because Is it not going to come out my tax then? Am I going to have to pay for
They
it?
need to tax the rich. That's what they need to do.
Right, don't tax me.
They need to tax the rich.
Don't tax me. I got money, okay? Tax these poor people. Do you get what I mean? I'm fine. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You know what? Anyway.
I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable.
Anyway.
Hey.
So,
congratulate.
Anyway, I don't really think... I just think I can't. To be honest, when it comes to politics, I can't really speak too tough. I'm definitely at the beginning of my journey of understanding more about UK politics and just global politics. Period.
No NHS,
but having no NHS, I just don't think the government is doing a very good job right now.
No,
about like I don't even want to say they're doing the best that they can.
Sorry, can I just say this quickly? It says online that when we did the whole Brexit,
The referendum.
when we said we're going to leave the EU, they said that.
You know what would really make sense? That you had a microphone over there.
Can we? Do we have more than one second?
We can send that one.
Let's see if I can set it up.
I think it might be on.
No, the mic's on. Oh.
Did you just start?
It's already on. Let me just.
Oh.
Will it?
Yeah. If you want to come next time, and you could just be the hidden voice in the back, girl.
That's stretching too much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And you can just come to.
I don't know if it can hear me, but it says that one of the center stage themes, the taking center stage is the Leave campaign claim that we send the EU £350 million a week, let's fund our NHS instead. So that entire time period where they were talking about leaving the EU and how much money we were spending, that money and put it into the NHS, where has that been? Since that time period, because from my memory, I remember the buses having stuff like, I don't know if it was saying saving our NHS or there was something about NHS I can remember in 2015 on our buses for them to not say we're abolishing it. Guys, I don't know if I swear I'm completely
in the know.
Okay, but I do remember in like that 2015 time, there was something centered around we take money from here, put it more into our NHS. I've seen zero.
Right.
So I don't know what's going on there. But I don't know if I would like it about my pet.
Right. To be honest, I just right. Even ambulance, simple ambulance. How many hundreds, or is it? I don't know how much it is. It's a lot of money in America to just ride an ambulance. Do you know people that are labor, they are dying gunshot wound, gunshot wound, and they're taking an Uber to the hospital because they don't want to be charged crazy
people giving
medical
birth
bills.
in Ubers and stuff.
Crazy.
That's wild.
Crazy.
How do you have to pay to have your baby? That's crazy.
Insane.
Do you have a question of the day?
I don't have a question of the day, but I did have another global topic that I wanted to say. Scientists are trying to bring back the mammoth, the woolly mammoth,
as in the thing with
as in like the elephant, but with hair and like tusks.
And the tusks.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Why bring them back? Aren't they extinct?
I mean, they're extinct. So basically, I forget what the name of the thing was that I read. Weird, and it's not giving judge. It's giving science.
It's giving judge.
It's giving science. You know,
you want to bring back something that don't exist.
What do you guys think about the whole concept of like bringing back extinct species? I mean, it kind of does. It really does kind of sound
really
like.
Does.
Yeah.
No, legit. Because that compared with matched with AI, it's a wrap.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like when you think about those horror movies where something goes left in the lab.
Right.
Like a virus spread. We already had COVID.
Right.
And then the chemical spills on the floor and lands on my feet, and I'm like,
One woman in her lab coat, she just walks away. She doesn't see it, but the camera sees it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know that something is about to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Maybe something that's dead. Maybe it's
Why are you so excited about a woolly mammoth?
I mean, I think from the brief research that I did read, please check this out yourselves. It was talking about they want to like mix the DNA between like a mouse and a woolly mammoth to sort of, I don't know, really. I didn't get a chance.
Why a mouse?
I don't know. I ain't got the answers, Sway.
Mice and rats living free.
I don't know.
In the dirt.
So
why
let me
merge them?
let me read. Did I get this one? So So it's de-extinction efforts. Colossal bioscience scientists announced the creation of a woolly mouse with mammoth-like traits, advancing the de-extinction research and the potential for restoration of extinct species. So now that I've read that, I feel like because we actually do have a lot of currently a lot of endangered species on Earth right now. So if any of them were to actually become extinct, we could actually use that to bring them back. Yeah. So I think that's
it's given end of the world.
Not necessarily, because if we get rid of all the elephants because poaching and things like that, we could bring them back. I think the way it works is just taking the DNA or the cells from the living tissue of blah 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 blah, and then just I don't know how it works.
Okay,
really,
you know what? Humor me.
All right.
What is the benefit of this?
I mean, a lot of animals, they are key players in their ecosystem. Even though
that's cute.
We human beings need to decentralize themselves.
Can I just put something out there?
Let me finish. Let me finish. And I think that's the problem with humanity. We think we are the center of the world. There are other living beings too. Animals' lives matter. ALM.
ALM.
ALM. Leave it in the comments.
What does it say?
What does it say?
The potential benefits of arriving a woolly mammoth include restoring the Arctic's tundra ecosystem, potentially combating climate change by promoting grasslands and stabilizing permafrost, even aiding in the conservation of Asian elephants.
Right.
So it has no benefit to me in Southeast London.
I mean, global climate change. Climate change?
Can I just put it out there? Woolly mammoths have been extinct for a while, and we've been okay.
Have we been? Didn't we have record high?
The weather has been on its own.
Wasn't the last summer the hottest on record or some shit like that?
The weather has been on its own.
It was hail
waves,
right?
No, it was literally hailing today. Right before.
When I was on the way, I was like, I'm not God's favorite today because the way it was raining.
It was,
Huh? Yeah. We are.
Yeah, but is a woolly mammoth gonna save that?
I mean, they said that.
Okay, bring back the woolly mammoth.
I don't know what permafrost is, but
pomegranate.
Pomegranate? Permafrost. I don't know what permafrost is.
It sounds like a fruit.
Yeah.
They do it accurately, but I just see it becoming a potential horror movie where the scientists think they've done it well, and it's just a beginning of
right. Because sometimes you don't know what you don't know, and then all of a sudden you've entered something wrong into the DNA code, and now all of a sudden everybody has cancer. Whoa.
No, but whoa.
Because the way the food chain works is say I don't know, a shark was to eat a woolly mammoth as I don't know, whatever. But if we were to now eat the shark, I don't know how it works, but because it ate it.
It's a life cycle.
It's if we eat it and then it's become part of I don't know how it works, really. I'm not a scientist, really, an official scientist. I do study the human condition.
Okay, Charles.
In some ways. Yeah. But anyway.
It's been a great episode. I think we spoke about the most random things.
Think we really did. We did really go around the world.
But we spoke about a lot of really random things. I really do enjoy it. Now, a lot of stuff that I probably don't care about, but is really entertainment, like politics, and with all due respect. Kiki Palmer, run the UK, and
it's your girl.
and okay.
That was a slave. She ain't that.
And woolly mammoths, we're here to support you, ALM. I heard about that. Okay, this is some shit that I know about.
I didn't. I think that's it. London to New York.
And they also want to do a plane from Nigeria to Jamaica.
From where to where?
From Nigeria to Jamaica. I just read that today.
Okay.
I was like, okay, I don't live in Nigeria, but
they go together, but
they're linking shit.
Okay. I mean, we're all here for connection, Can we
Connect, which we're not probably going to see a release soon because
I don't want
he's
to.
not putting
Don't
it
put
out
that shit
there.
on me. Don't put that
Okay.
on me. Don't put that on me.
It says that they're trying to use a hyperloop technology to make it so we can go from London to New York. So if that happened in under an hour,
Hyperloop.
Under an hour.
Hyperloop.
which is insane, because that means, from our lunch, I could go to New York.
Right. They must be getting the Chinese on this.
Wait,
They must be getting the Chinese on this because.
Yeah, they're talking about some.
Wait.
It's
AJ.
it's a concept.
Right.
Under an hour is nuts.
That's insane.
Office would be melting off.
What would you say? A hyperloop? What?
They said the concept of a transatlantic tunnel potentially using hyperloop technology has been proposed.
This sounds like some futuristic. Ever since they came out with that AI, shit's been moving crazy. I don't know. Anyway,
That sounds crazy though.
that's crazy.
New York to London, Camberwell to Camden,
We in there.
Camberwell to Camden.
We inside.
Brixton to Bronx.
Right.
That just sounds cold.
We inside.
It does,
We
it does,
inside.
it
We
does.
inside. But I think that takes us past the
To the
time
end. Yeah.
to the end of this episode. Thank you guys for sticking with us. We were a little bit late today, so we only had to
Well,
say
a
what
lot
we
of
had to
it.
say. I wasn't prepared, but I hope you guys still got a little bit of something. Make sure you do your research and do your fact checks. Fact checkers, get us in the comments. Let us know what we went wrong. Give us some feedback and give us some of your energy in there. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, and share this to your friends so that they can get into the vibes.
Yeah,
All right.
100%. And Kiki Palmer, please keep the NHS. Yeah.
That was a
That
slight
part.
time.
Yeah, 100%.
All right. Well, I've been AJC, say your uncultured favorite, and I've been with,
Manny TV, the one and only.
and this has been the recap of We Talk Too Much on Manny TV. Bye.
These guys.